Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
25.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
There.
No. Off.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Fielded at about the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On first down, here's Love. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3 down.
From the 36, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First down.
Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Fight back. 54. Hey, one set. Check right, 54.
Now Wilson on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Second and 10 now from the 27. On second down, Love. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Waiting. Mike 57. We go. Look.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Jennings was the one he was looking for. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Seahawks' 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Going on the ground with Homer. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Look at me. Go.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Good job right there. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, run. Watch the run.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Slam. Say. Kill. Run left.
This is Love. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the slant. Watch twist. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 2nd down now. It's short. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go. Check. 54.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the gun. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Mike's 50 seconds, right? Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run this with Homer. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Come on, set. 10-2 sauce. All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Returnable for Grant. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go, guys. 4 down. Pull it together. 57 to Mike. Rock 57. I'm coming. 57 to Mike. Mike.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First down, Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Love. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Mike 57. Mike 57. You don't trust me. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 57.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much, though?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch. Alert.
Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating for the gun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wilson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Love. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Love. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Jennings has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
57's the mic. You run. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check three. Alert. Check three. Alert, flare.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run it. It's just me and you.
Here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to give it to Love. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, it's Love. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Bryce Love. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Next to score, Cowboys 14, Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Herbert. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Homer. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Herbert. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Base. Hey, check. Check. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit. Get it.
2nd and 14. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down. 10-2 stop. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 60 outlaw. twist, watch the twist. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Travis Homer hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First down, 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm scared.
Wilson now to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down. It's Love. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 17, Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Love. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's get in there now. 50. Touch 50, touch 50. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Time to go. Night, night. Slam, slam, slam.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Minus 50, minus 50. Go, go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Wilson's pass complete to Gary Jennings. Touchdown, Seattle.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Ready. 70, Indy. 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set up, 50, plant. Watch my board. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Jones has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Bring it. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Under 10.
Second and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go. Got it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Check. Hey, check 20. Rock it. Under crush.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set, ready? 30 base. 54 Mike. Coming to you. Ready?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo. Hey. Fire.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Let's go. Too quick. Check.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch QB's up. Let's get the set. 40. I got you. Mike 57.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Jennings. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
380. You're not ready. You're not ready. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Push left, push left. Way slow. Come on. Step with the mic. Watch 57. Exit, exit. There.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Tight guard, tight guard, tight guard. 12. Jim. Shit, watch the shit. 12.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Wilson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. 65. Mike's 54.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check hot. Here we go. 50. Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check Mike 54. They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike 5-4. I got it. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Diva. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Good tight. Screen. Mike's 50 seconds.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First down 10 at their own 6-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Be Griffin.
Again, it's Homer, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Ready? 10-2, sir. 57.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off.